Once we design our database organization, there are two things we need to learn how to do with it. The first is how to query it to get the information out of it, even though now the information is distributed in multiple tables. And the second thing will be how to insert and edit information in it. So let us begin by queries. Let us begin by simple ones. How do I get the catalog class of CSE 183? Well, this is easy. It's a single query, single table query. So catalog description of CSE 183. So the query would be something like db catalog class dot number is equal to CSE 183 select. Okay, so this is easy. This is a single table operation. Great. Now I want to say offerings of CSE 183 in spring 2021. So how do I get the offerings? Actually, there is going to be only one. Okay, there could be multiple ones. So actually, let me offerings. There could be multiple sections actually of these. Okay, so I want to find all of them. Well, db, and here I have to write my query condition. And now the problem is this, okay, that I have information about the catalog class, which is 183, and I have information about the quarter. And what I need to do is follow them both, enforcing the constraints that correspond to the arrows. So let us do it slowly. It will be a bigger query. So one thing is that I want the catalog class to be CSE 183. So I can actually copy this same condition. Okay, this will select the proper catalog class. And then here I say ampersand, which means and I will have another condition. The other condition is that I need the quarter to be the right one, okay? db quarter.year is equal to 2021, and actually, let me write it on the same line, db quarter.name is gonna be spring. Okay, now these will identify the quarter, and now I have to get the offering that belongs to this catalog class and this quarter. So to this catalog class and this quarter. So I say then that I want a db.offering, class offering. What are the properties of it? Well, so the catalog class ID field, which is this field here, has to be equal to the catalog class ID. So this has to be equal to db catalog class.id. Class offering quarter ID has to be equal to the db.quarter ID. Okay, so this essentially, maybe I should add some comment here, okay? This encodes the arrow that goes from class offering to catalog class, okay? And below, this encodes class offering arrow quarter. Okay, so I can do these, and then of course I can say select. Okay, now I can do it even more complicated. I can ask who are the students on the wait list for CSE 183 Spring 2021. Okay, so this will be a query again. Okay, so at this point I know already how to talk about a particular offering. So I just copy this portion of the query. I'm building a larger and larger query. And then I look at my diagram and I have to follow also these two arrows, right? So to the registration and figure out who the student is. So let me encode these arrows, okay? So this encodes registration to its corresponding offering, and it will be, sorry, I need an ampersand here, and it will be db registration, sorry, let me look at the definition, yes, registration dot class offering ID. This has to be equal to db.class offering.id. Okay, then I need to encode, this encodes registration to student. Okay, and I say db registration class student ID is equal to db.student.id. Okay, and the last thing I need to do is that I need to check and the registration has to be on the wait list, right? So the last condition I put in is that db.registration is wait list is equal to true. Okay, so these are all the conditions I need to find the students on the wait list for a particular offering for a class. Okay, then I do select. So, and if I want to use this result, I can say something like rows is equal to these. Okay, and then the way I would access and print out the names of the particular students is something like this. For row in rows, okay, how do I refer to the student first name and last name? I can say, for instance, print, and then I want the student first name, row dot student dot first name. I can print the first name, row dot student dot last name, comma, and I can add is on the wait list. Okay, so I mean, here I'm printing, just to give you an example, you wouldn't print anything in a web server. You would simply give this information to be displayed on the view. Okay, but this is just to show you how it is going to be accessed. So essentially, when you traverse multiple tables, you cannot simply say row.firstname, because in your database there can be multiple things that have a first name. For example, here there is an instructor and here there is a student. So just what first name are you talking about, right? You need to use fully qualified field names. So you need to say row.tablename.fieldname. Okay, in this case, row.student.firstname. Okay, normally if you talk about only one table, you can just say row.firstname if your query involves only one table, because there is no ambiguity. But in any case in which your query involves multiple tables, you need to use this fully qualified access. Okay, so this gives you an example of how to do queries on multiple tables.